No, Atlantian City will not be a flop, and let's talk why. What is up, lit people? Armenti, and welcome back to another Loomian Legacy video, guys. In today's video, we're going to be talking about whether if Atlantian City will be a flop in Loomian Legacy, yes or no. First, let's talk about the word flop, because there may be a lot of people here that don't know what flop means. Basically, flop means when something does very bad. So pretty much Atlantian City flopping would mean that Atlantian City would perform bad whenever it gets released. As we all know, though, Atlantian City is going to be releasing on May 20th, which brings me to the next question, because I've seen a lot of people talk about this here and there. A lot of people have been wondering if Atlantian City is going to be a flop. I personally believe, I'm not really sure if this is an opinion, this is probably a fact, Atlantian City will not flop. However, the issue is not whether Atlantian City flops in the short run, it's in the long run, because something that Loomian Legacy has really struggled with in the past is the consistency of updates and replayability. When Atlantian City comes out, it's going to be fun. A lot of people are going to be playing the game. There will be a lot of things to do. I'm quite sure the Atlantian City hype may go as long as even a month of people just playing and enjoying the game. But after a month, the question is, will Atlantian City bring replayability to the game? Talking about replayability, there's actually something that Atrefaced, another Loomian Legacy YouTuber, said that I really like, so I'm just gonna read his tweet. He basically said, if no replayability, it won't necessarily flop, but just be another part of the same formula of people playing for a couple of days, then going back to waiting. The real breaking point is what comes after. How do they carry themselves? Will there be any change? I totally agree with the points that Atrefaced brings up. Basically what he's saying is, Atlantian City will do very well, but after Atlantian City, are we going to play Loomian Legacy? Because right now, there's not really much to do in Loomian Legacy other than just hunting, but eventually hunting gets boring after you do it for a while. Plus, if you don't really have boost tokens, hunting isn't that necessarily enjoyable, because hunting, personally, I only enjoy it when I do it with boost tokens and the game passes, and I acknowledge that a lot of people don't have the game passes or boost tokens, but basically this is exactly how I feel. And as a matter of fact, replayability is something that Llama Train Studio acknowledges. Okay, Lando went onto Twitter, I believe on August 27th or around there, and he basically dropped the developer's note. He dropped a pretty lengthy note, and in 2 paragraphs of the note that he dropped, I'm just gonna read them to you. He basically said, with all these activities in the game, players will eventually find themselves running out of content to keep them going. In order to remedy this, it is our job to make sure we provide entertaining updates for players during the game's dry periods, time between battle theaters updates. Unfortunately, certain events / updates often come at a cost of time towards developing the main story. We hope to fix this in the near future. We at Llama Train Studio have many exciting plans for new features to add extended playability that the general player base will find entertaining. With Atlantian City in development, we'll be adding even more story progression. This is why we plan to add several new game features throughout the game's development, starting after Atlantian City. Okay, basically Lando said replayability is gonna come to Loomian Legacy, but that's after Atlantian City. So Atlantian City, like I said, is expected to drop on May 20th. However, Atlantian City Part 1, not Part 2. Okay, so what's gonna happen is we're gonna wait for Atlantian City Part 1. It's gonna come out. We're gonna have so much fun. It will be incredible. Then I hope that Part 2 comes out in under 1 or 2 months after Part 1, because if Part 1 drops and we have to wait 6 more months for Part 2, it's gonna be very interesting to see how the game performs. But if Part 1 comes out, then 1 or 2 months passes, then Part 2 comes out, and then like what, 1 or 2 more months pass, and then the replayability gets added into Loomian Legacy. I feel that this will be the turning point for Loomian Legacy, and the game will perform very good. And you know, finally you will be seeing Loomian Legacy with 10,000 people playing at least minimum every single day of the week, and that's going to be very amazing. So in a couple of words, I am estimating, okay, I'm giving a prediction right now, so we know Part 1 is coming on the 20th. I would estimate Part 2 for middle of July, so like maybe like 15th of July, and then the replayability for middle to late September, so 30th of September. If Loomian Legacy is able to drop Atlantian City Part 2 in middle of July and then come out with the replayability a few weeks or a month after Part 2, I do really believe that Loomian Legacy will be headed in a very good path for the future. Before wrapping this video up, I actually want to see what my boy IcicleNeko has to say in regards to if Atlantian City is gonna flop. So now, enjoy a segment of IcicleNeko talking about Atlantian City. City will flop? Let me know your thoughts, comments, and opinions in the comment section down below. I want to give a huge shout out to the boy Eagle Navarre for the collab. Make sure to subscribe to his channel. I will be posting a link to his channel in the description of this video. But anyways, guys, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Armenti, and we lit.